Morning, dear student. In last video we had started the correction of sentence, in which we discussed the correction as far as spelling is concerned, how to write the correct spelling of that particular words, then vocabulary, how to choose the correct vocabulary to write any sentence. And today we are going to discuss the another portion in correction of sentences, that is number. In English, most singular nouns are changed into their plural forms by adding s or es. You know very well, as we have discussed in the portion tenses, while discussing the simple present tense, we have seen that the most of the verbs or most noun are changed into their plural forms by adding s, es, and according to that we choose the base form of the verb in simple present tense. If that particular subject is in singular form, we use the singular form of verb, means we add s, es, is suffix to that particular verb. When that particular noun is in plural form, we don't need to add that type of suffix to that particular verb form. In the same way, the most singular nouns are changed into their plural form by adding s, es. However, there are exceptions to this. For example, in the case of many nouns ending in letter O, the plural is spelled with an O's ending. For example, potato, hero. However, the plural of some nouns of this type are spelled with either O's, OES, or O's. For example, buffalo, mosquito. Some only with an OS, for example, radio, photo. Similarly, the final F or FE is changed into VES. Final F or FE. Generally, when we form their plural, we have to convert that F or FE into VES. For example, leaves, wives. Leaves means L. This type of transformation we have to do while forming the singular plural form of that particular noun. Sometimes the final F is retained. For example, roofs, drafts, and droughts. We also make mistake in the case of plural form of some noun, such as children, for children. Children in itself a plural form. Some example of common mistake we make in the plural form of noun are given below. The noun mango. Right plural form is mangoes, MANGOES. We have to add ES. Thief, THIEF. We don't need to add direct S. We have to convert that F into VES. Means THIEF. The plural form of thief is THIEVES. We have to convert that F into VES. Handkerchief. We don't have to convert that F into VES. We have to just add S suffix here. Handkerchief, the plural form of handkerchief is handkerchiefs. Ox, the plural form of ox is oxen, OXEN, not oxes. Okay. This type of common mistake we generally commit while forming plural form of that particular noun. So it is very mandatory, if we want to get the proper idea about this all form of plural form of nouns, we should frequently refer to the dictionary, and that is the only way that we can get proper vocabulary building while studying any language. When the unit of measurement accompanies the number used as an adjective, then the unit of measurement should be in regular singular and not the plural form. Look at the following example: 2 acres land. This is wrong plural form. When this is the measurement, unit of measurement, there is no need to add suffix or make plural of that particular noun. What is right then? 2 acre land. There is no need to add s suffix to acre. 100-meter run. There is no need to add s after the meter. 30-year-old man. There is no need to add s suffix after years. Or this type of common mistakes are generally we commit while constructing or while writing or while speaking. So if you want to avoid such mistakes, you must frequently, I would say, go through the dictionary and get the proper form of that particular noun. Then another portion is there, subject verb agreement. In English, singular verb form are used with the singular subject, while plural verb form are used with the plural subject. That we have discussed while studying simple present tense. Many learners make errors in choosing the right form of verb. This happens because of their inability to either correctly identify the subject of sentence or determine whether the subject is singular or plural. This is the common mistake that is committed by most of the English learner, and that's why we should recognize the proper subject of that particular sentence firstly, and then recognize the form of that particular, whether that particular subject is in singular form or in plural form. After that, we can use the proper form of verb before that subject. This happens because of their inability to either correctly identify the subject of the sentence or determine whether the subject is singular or plural. Many plural forms of noun do not have an s ending. For example, ship. We don't need to add ship s suffix after ships to make the plural form of ship. Many singular form end in s. For example, physics. There is no need to consider these particular words or noun as a plural, because physics is spelling of that particular subject. The only way to avoid making such errors is by identifying the main subject noun in the sentence and recognizing it as a singular or plural. So, just as we have seen the examples of ships, there is no need to add suffix s to ships to form the plural of that particular noun. In the same way, the physics end in s. It doesn't mean that that is plural. So we must recognize the proper form of that subject used in that particular sentence. After that, we will be able to use the proper form of verb. So while discussing the subject verb agreement, we must be able to recognize the proper form of that particular noun used in that particular sentence. For example, the verb in the sentence neither of the dresses fits me is singular because neither, the main word in the subject of the sentence, is singular, neither. Similarly, a bunch of flowers is all that she wants. Here, a bunch of flowers, we generally consider the flowers and then use the plural form of verb are. But if you see properly, a bunch of flower, there is only one bunch of flower. There may be the various flowers, but all that flower, that particular make, that only one bunch. That's why a bunch means only single bunch. That's why we have to use the singular form of verb. The oars of the boat, there may be various oars of that particular boats. So many oars of that particular boat, but there is only single boat. That's our the oars of the boat are heavy. The main subject noun are here bunch, hence the singular verb forms is and oars. A bunch of flower is all that she wants. Here there may be various flowers, but bunch is one. That's why we have used there the singular form of verb. And then here is another oars of the boat. The oars, here main subject is oars and oars is in plural form. That's why we have used here are, means plural form of verb. The main subject nouns are bunch, hence singular verb form is, and oars, hence plural verb forms are respectively. The words each, everyone, you should keep in mind and fix it in your mind. The word each, everyone, either, neither, no, none, one, someone go with singular verb. Each, everyone, either, neither, no one, someone. These go with the singular verb form. Is in your subject, in your sentence there, that particular sentence start form. Each, everyone, either, neither, no one, someone. You must use the singular form of verb. While in the case of either or, neither nor, the choice of verb form depends on whether the noun close to verb is singular or plural. In this case, in previous section, if you find such word as each, everyone, either, neither, no one, someone, you must use singular form of verb. But in case of either or, neither nor, the choice will be made. That choice will be totally depend on to which noun is close to the verb. For example, neither Suma nor her brothers have come, but neither shoes nor belt is expensive. If you see carefully this both the sentence, we will come to know that neither Suma nor her brothers have come. Here the nearest of that particular verb form is the noun brothers. Brother is near to have. That's why the nearest form, which noun is nearest to that particular verb form, that noun is considered the subject of that particular sentence. Here brother is nearest to the have, means nearest to the verb form. That's why we have considered here the brother, and according to that form, according to that brother, according to that plural form, we have used have instead of has. Though that particular sentence there is two subject, we can see there are two subject, neither Suma nor her brother, but who is nearest to that particular verb, that is brother, and brothers are in plural form. That's why we have used the have instead of has. In next sentence, neither shoes in plural form, nor the belt is in singular form, and that belt is nearest to that verb is. Those who are nearest to the verb choice is depend on whether the noun close to verb, that which noun is close to that verb. Here is belt, and in previous sentence there was brother, and which noun is close to that verb is considered while forming the proper form of verb. So in case of neither nor, either or, we should keep in mind that the noun form which is close to verb is considered while forming the proper form of verb. Nouns such as scissors, trousers always take a plural verb. Nouns such as scissors, trousers always take a plural verb. Consider the following example. The scissors is blunt. It is a wrong sentence. So what should be the scissors are blunt, means scissors and trousers always are in plural form. So we have to use plural form of verb. Then okay, the remaining part we will discuss in next video. Thank you.